Welcome back to another episode of Life in the Garden. What are we doing today? We are picking snap peas, we are picking cherries, and we are picking garlic scapes. The cherry tree has probably got its best crop on it that I've ever seen, and the birds have found it. Cedar waxwings in particular, they are cherry fiends. They will eat every cherry off that tree if I let them. So even though they're not maybe 100% ripe, I'm going to pick them anyway, just because if I don't, the birds will. Snap peas are just coming in now. This will be my first big pick. I picked a handful or two the other day, and garlic scapes are perfect right now. So got my Peterborough basket. Give a nice shout out to my friends right here at the Peterborough Basket Company, Peterborough, New Hampshire. If you ever need a basket, they're the ones to go to. And I'm going. So let's check this out. The thing about the cherry tree is it's so tall now that I can't reach the cherries if I don't have a ladder. So that's what I'm getting out of the basement. And the terrain is uneven to make things even more complicated than they need to be. It is hot out here, but good news is job number one is done, and I managed to pick these cherries. Like I said, they're not 100% ripe, but they are good enough. They don't taste bitter or anything. So score one, us. Score about five, the birds. Birds are still gonna have plenty to eat. There's a ton on the tree still, so hopefully I'll get a little more in the next couple days. But this is probably the biggest cherry haul we've ever had, so I'm excited about it. Look at them. So a lot of people have been asking about my cherry picker. It's just a very long piece of bamboo, lightweight, hollow, that was in my garage when we bought our house, and I fashioned this little metal hook to go on the end. It's just out of wire, and I wrapped it around real tight, and basically you reach it up and try to loop the cherry stem between the two things like that, and then pull on it, and it plucks the cherry off the tree. Initially I had a small cup on the bottom here to try to catch the cherry, but it ended up being more work than it needed to be. And cherries are pretty fine, drop into the ground, they don't get too bruised, as long as you eat them right away. If you're worried about the fruit getting bruised, you could do what I did and fashion some sort of basket or something to go on here, but it works pretty well without it too, as long as they're not falling a huge distance from the ground. Alright, so now we're on to job number two. I'll probably do sugar snap peas next, and then I'll do the garlic scapes last. Doesn't really matter, both of them are out in full sun, so I'm gonna get some water and then I'll be out there. So round two is done. We've got some snap peas, sugar snap peas. These are one of my favorite garden goodies. Pro tip, you want to wait until they get nice and plump to pick them. Don't pick them when they're skinny. I mean, they're still good, but they don't have that sweetness to them. Don't wait until they get overripe. If they get too plump, they start to yellow, and then the flavor gets bitter. These are great too because you don't have to shell them. You eat the whole pod. They're edible. The whole thing is edible. They're a great snack, great vegetable to have, great to throw in a salad, great for just about anything. So, baby boy rooster agrees. grow some sugar snap peas. That rhymed. Fresh eating is best. They will freeze, and they still taste good, but they get soft and watery and just not great. So if you can eat them fresh, eat them fresh, any day of the week. There it is. So now we're on to our final phase, which is garlic scapes. So step 3, phase 3, whatever we're doing. Round 3, garlic scapes. Let's go get them. It's hot. I'm going to get another drink of water before I go out there. I'm going to eat one of those too. All right, round 3 done, and here it is, garlic scapes. In case you don't know what a garlic scape is, it is the flower stalk of the garlic plant. You want to cut them when they do this. They'll grow out the top, they'll loop around once, cut them. You can saute them, they're delicious. They're a little spicy like garlic if you eat them raw, or if you don't cook them enough. If you overcook them, they get pretty bland. They lose their flavor pretty quickly, so finding that like middle spot is the key with scapes. And they'll keep for a really long time. If you just cut them, throw them in the refrigerator, they'll keep for a month. And yeah, so there it is. If you don't cut the scape off of your garlic plant, the plant will go to seed and you'll have a nice little garlic flower. But that draws nutrients away from the bulb, and the bulb is what you want to harvest later on. So trust me when I tell you this, cut your garlic scapes. That way you'll get a more sizable garlic harvest. And you have a nice little garlicky snack to eat in the early summer. It's a lot of work to get things started in the garden, and there's not a lot of payoff early on. So garlic scapes, cherries, and snap peas, that's a pretty good day for early summer. I'll take it. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time to see what's happening right here on Life in the Garden. Bye.